Okay, so today I am going to be sharing about what I learned from my first experience working while studying in college. So, before we get into the presentation, I would like to briefly introduce myself. So, my name is Sreynea. I am currently a second year student majoring in media and communication at a university in Phnom Penh, and I decided to join the book club because I was really interested in the name it's the club name itself, which is Bookaholic. It sounds interesting. I do enjoy reading books, like various types of books overall. And as a little background, I used to work as an intern in digital marketing at an NGO in Phnom Penh. So but I have just finished my contract. I think maybe like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, you can move on to the next slide, please. Okay, so the today I'm gonna talk about three main things here. So first is facing my fear of working as an adult. So it might sound a little intense, the word fear of working. Um, but you know that feelings when you procrastinate your assignment all weeks long, and then when you're hanging out with your friends and the thought of the due date of the assignment suddenly pop up in your head, and then you suddenly feel sick in the stomach. So yeah, that was how I feel when I think about working. So basically, back in high school, I was really influenced by this idea of, like, of that working is always associated with the term of the rat race theory, or like something that only grown people can do. So basically, back then when I was in high school, I had a pretty fixed mindset on working because I think that you just wake up and then you go to work and you come back, you wake up, go to work again, and it's like a cycle and it's endless. So but however, like it might be accurate at a point, but it's not so black and white as I think it was, because I was judging it from a point of view where I was really young and didn't have that much experience. So yeah, I think it was not just overcoming my fear of working, but it's also overcoming my fixed mindset as well. So that's why I decided to apply for a position, an intern position in digital marketing, and that was me taking a first step into, challenging myself. Okay, so now the question is, what do you do after getting what you want? So I was lucky. I got the job like on my first try, and yeah, I was like really happy at first. Like I called my friend and we were like screaming, "Oh my God, she got it!" Like, you know, and but the happiness, it didn't last that long, because you like suddenly you started questioning yourself, like, oh, what if there was an error? What if there was a mistake? Like, what if I'm not qualified for the part and stuff, all that self-questioning, and which I think it is like an imposter syndrome, where you question yourself, like your capability and your potential. And yeah, it was pretty intense, but although it was not my first time experiencing imposter syndrome, but yeah, and I tried to, search online and YouTube, like on how to overcome that. So basically, I was advised to, like write down how I feel on, what if question, and how I'm questioning myself, like be really brutally honest on how you feel, like no matter how ugly it looks. So yeah, be honest about it, and then oh, please move on to the next slide. Oh yeah, here. So basically, this is how I coped with it. I write it down and I say, like a lot of uplifting affirmations, like encouraging words, like, oh, you got this, like you have experienced this before, and what happened, you always got through it, and you always gonna learn something from it. So yeah, basically just try to hype yourself up as well. Yes. So the thing is, although you have tried everything you can, but that doesn't mean that the fear is going to disappear. And the last thing that you have to do is, just do it, like still do it and go to work. Like I was really nervous on my first day, but just do it, like do it, although you like if you have never worked before, it might feel pretty intense and nervous at first. So yeah, it's okay, just be understanding about where you're coming from. And yeah, you're gonna learn so much from it. Okay, so the last stage is the commitment stage. So after you I got the job, and of course I had to rearrange a whole schedule, a whole, like time management for myself, because I have to go to work in the morning and study in the afternoon. So like I had the days like fully booked, right? So of course I have to wake up early and uh learn to cook for myself. So basically I was really inspired by my aunt, who used to wake up at like 5:30 every morning to prepare the breakfast for her family, and I've always wanted to try that. And also, like, it was pretty painful at first to wake up really early, but I think in a sense I also like waking up early, like before, when everyone is still asleep, and when it feels quiet and calm, and also you get to see the sunrise, and that is the great part about waking up early. So yeah, and then you have to, like, once you start working, you have to force yourself to go to sleep early, at least like 6 to 7 hours of sleep, or else like it's gonna mess up your head like really bad. Although I didn't get enough sleep every day, but I try my best. And yeah, and also learn to prioritize school despite the tight schedule. So of course, you know that once you start working, you won't have that much time to procrastinate your assignment anymore. So you try to squeeze in the times as much as you can, and it made me realize how valuable and time is, just as they say that time is the new currency, right? So yeah, you learn to be very stingy with time. And also, like, another thing I learned is about socializing. So at first, if you've never worked before, you might feel a little draining and really like overwhelmed at first. But and then you might not want to talk to people, right? So just know that you're human, and of course you need the connection, because like we're social animal. And like try to talk to people, even like small talk, like how your days went, what you saw on your way to work, and like just talk to, I don't know, a few people. Like it depends on how big or small your circle is, but just talk, like it's really important. And also another thing is that I learned to plan and be very organized with my time, especially when I want to hang out or do some fun stuff with my friends or even by myself. Because like the thing that no one, it is important to rest, but it's not healthy to, like be in your room all day, right? So that's why you like in my case, I realized that I was the most productive during that 3 months, because I always plan like dates with my friends, or going to events, and going to, try out new food and new places. And yeah, it was really productive and easy, but I don't know, it made me feel good. And it makes me feels like I was capable of, handling this adulting stuff, right? And also, so some of the lessons that I've learned so far is that you have to, just as they say, that you have to jump before you're even ready. And also, my dad always tell me that you're like you're not gonna learn through theories or concepts alone, but when you go to work, work itself is going to teach you. So don't worry about, oh, what if I'm not good enough, right? Just do it, And also, like I was pretty lucky to have like a very patient and understanding supervisor, who's always like willing to help me and be there for me whenever I face a problem or have any questions. And yeah, so you will meet a lot of new people, a lot of talented and different people, but it's always best to go to a new place with an open mindset and with a like open mind to like willing to learn anything that like you can get through anything, and also like you will know how to network, and you will learn how a company and organization like operates on how they on their system and how they interact with one another. And also I get to learn a lot about digital marketing and other digital skills, and even like soft skill and networking skills and everything. And also you have to understand that it's not gonna be fun all the time. Like people have their days, they have their ups and downs. So it's crucial to, like to be secure in yourself and to learn to, like validate yourself and learn to comfort yourself when times are hard and stuff. And another thing, like the biggest things that I realized during that past 3 months, I think, is back to the rat race theory, where I used to think that working is like endless, and that it's like a circle, like just go to work, come back, sleep, wake up, go to work. Like there are so much to that than just what I used to think it was, because you see, like there are so much in everyday, like in ordinary life, like because like there are days that people wake up and they don't even want to go to work, and they have to push themselves like every day. And that is, I think that that is really brave of them. And also, like if you have like, I know that we all have ambitions and big goals in life, right? Like you want the best for yourself, but the thing is you can look at bigger pictures without acknowledging, without like taking your first step, because bigger pictures can only exist, it won't like bigger pictures won't exist without the small steps. So that's why you have to start somewhere first. You have to start small in order to, become something bigger than you currently are. And also, like, you shouldn't see work as an end mean. Like it is a process. And especially if you're still a college student, so you should try your best to, take advantage of it. Just work, just go out, just network as much as you can, because you're gonna learn so much, and you're gonna meet a lot of people, and like you never know what you're gonna learn out of it. And also like you're never gonna know like what you're capable of unless you try it. I think that is a quote I heard from somewhere. But yeah, I think that is all for my presentation. And if you guys have any questions or any things you want to share as well, please feel free to do so.